Hello my YouTube family, welcome back to our new video. In today's video, we are going to talk about permanent residence of Germany, basically PR. As you have already seen our previous videos on the job topic in which we have told you the different types of visas you get in Germany to work, blue card, work permit, so on. If you haven't already seen that, then do check out that first and then follow up on this one. So before starting the video, let me tell you what is PR. PR is basically Niederlassungserlaubnis, permanent residence in German. What it does is it gives the non-EU nationals the opportunity to work and live indefinitely in Germany. Thereby, you have no more visa renewals, easier family reunification, and finally, you can choose your employment quite easily. And also have the freedom of employment and self-employment, meaning you do not need any kind of approvals from the Ausländer Behörde. And now we are going to talk about the different ways in which one can get a PR in Germany. In total, there are 4 ways. The first one is getting a PR after completing your masters in Germany. So the first method is one of the most commonly utilized one by most of the non-EU nationals, in which you come here for a masters, which allows you to have, let's say, more or less up to 8 semesters. Well, on an average, we do complete our masters over here in 5 or 6 semesters, as you need to work part-time, complete a few internships and gain a few experience as well. Well, once you're done with it, you will have the chance to have a job seeker visa of 1.5 years, which is also fine if you need it. If not, well, good for you. And lastly, once you start your job, doesn't matter if you get a blue card or a work permit, it will have zero effect on the final PR process. So do not take tension about that. So at the end, it doesn't matter if you get a work permit or a blue card after completing your masters in Germany. It will have even though it will have no effect on the PR process, there will still be some minute differences, which we have already explained in the job market video. If you haven't seen that, do check it out. Well, depending on how easily you're able to complete your masters and how quickly you're able to do it, you will be eligible for a PR. If you have completed the B1 language certification in German, you will be eligible for a PR after 24 months. If not, then you will have to wait for 36 months. And then just a couple of tips from my side, because this is something that I've experienced myself. Well, during your masters, just around the thesis time, I would recommend you guys to start applying for as many jobs as possible. I would say for me, it took I would say 100 to 150 applications, in which at the end of the day, I got like 20 to 30 interviews and was offered 4 to 5 jobs. So, and this is something that I'm talking about 2022. At the moment, the job market is not so, let's say, sustainable and stable. So plan accordingly and apply as soon as possible so that you can avoid the job seeking visa, which is around 1 to 1.5 years. Now, let's talk about the second method, which is getting a PR after coming directly in Germany. And in order to come to Germany, as we also said in the previous video, you will have either a blue card or a work permit. Let's just talk about the blue card first. If you have a blue card and do not have any kind of, let's say, language certification in German, then it would require you 33 months to be eligible for a PR. In case you're able to achieve a B1 certification in German, it will be 21 months only. And this is the fastest method to get a PR in Germany. Lastly, if you're coming with a work permit to work in Germany, then you will be only eligible for a PR after 5 years. Well, in this case, if you need more details, do ask us in the comment section that if you're working with a work permit, how does it vary, let's say, and how does it compare with the blue card? And well, yes, each country has their own exceptions. And in the third point, we're talking exactly about exception. Well, in cases, if you're a highly qualified professional, such as researchers, doctors, or maybe a director or something like that, then in such cases, when you have a strong contract and a direct approval from the immigration authority, you will be provided PR directly. You will not have to wait a single day. Last way to get a PR would be by running your own business over here. Well, if you're running your own business and it has been sustainable and profitable, and you have invested money in the pension scheme, which is basically Renteversicherung, only then you will be eligible for a PR after 3 to 5 years. Then it will have some more factors such as your profits, let's say, how your business has grown, and so on. If you have further questions about this, do ask us in the comment section. So far, these were all the methods that you can get a PR in Germany. Well, now let's talk about the documentation that you require for the PR process. Well, first, you will require your passport, your residence permit, your work contract, your rent contract, health insurance certificate, B1 language certificate, your pension certificate, and lastly, the exam that you'll have to clear, which is basically ein Bürgertest kind of way, and in which you'll have to score 16 questions correctly out of 33. Hey guys, now it's about time to end up this video, and lastly I'll talk about some tips and my own personal experience while applying for the pre-R. Well, I did apply in advance, around 3 to 4 months. I had planned everything and so on, but even though after all of that, in Hamburg it is taking me around 8 months to get to my PR appointment. So please plan accordingly and do not waste any kind of time. Even if you think, yeah, hey, you're just about to be eligible in 1 to 2 months, apply in advance. It doesn't matter. Have your documents ready and apply as soon as possible. Then, in order to prepare for the exam, I would say it wouldn't take you more than a week. There are multiple apps that are available online which can help you out in this one. Well, it won't be so difficult. Have a go at it. And this is the way we are saying, learn language as much as possible. If you have a good command over the language, understanding all the questions will be quite easy for you, and exam will be really a piece of cake. Well, I can tell you myself, I had 32 points out of 33. It wasn't that difficult. And well, maybe due to some particular reason or whatever may be the case, and you have to switch a job, please do it well in advance. If you have a blue card, you're able to switch a job after the 1 year. For the first year, you cannot switch at all. If you're on a work permit, you require an approval from the authorities. Otherwise, you also can't switch the job. In certain cases that you have to switch it, please bear in mind that you will have to stick with the job for the first 6 months quite well. That will be a new requirement. Only then you will be eligible for a PR. So guys, that was it for this video, and I really hope all the information provided was beneficial for you. And if you have any questions, do let us know in the comment section. If not, you can also give us feedback if you like the video or not, and what other topics would you like to know more about Germany. Until then, we'll see you guys in the next video, and take care.